أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد أستغفر الله ربي من كل ذنب وأتوب إليه الحمد لله رب العالمين. Beginning with the name of Almighty, the greatest Allah, the super sovereign of the sovereigns, the power of the powers, the superior of the superiors, the greatest of the greatests. Words are meaningless here. No significance, no importance of words, and obviously not much more aware about the words which could fill the definition or admiration of Almighty, but just could pray in front of Almighty who gives me the power to admire, to define, to say a few words for Allah. At least I myself is not having that power. So, starting with the name of Allah, who is much more benefitable, the merciful, whose powers, whose mercies are needed for my, for your, for everyone's survival, so that whatever the life we people have been bestowed, we could be able to spend that out in a proper way as per the regulations given by Allah. So, guys, warm welcome to all of you who are part of my live transmission. I am this time live on YouTube applications, on Asrar Khokhar TV English. And the people who are going to watch me later and the people who are with me right now, I am grateful to all. You know that there might be some new guys that the procedure for YouTube that while you are going to be live, so initially this time I am in front of you, obviously live, direct, and people who are following the application YouTube, so they might watch me in a globe this time live. But after completing my live transmission, so there will be gap of around 10 to 12 hours. This video is going to be uploaded after around 10 to 12 hours. So the people who couldn't watch it right now, so must or can watch this video little later. So once again, I want to be thankful to all of people who are following me. Something like 2,000 people are my subscribers. I am grateful to all the YouTubers, my students, my fellows, my friends, my family, all that who guys are following me and trying to make myself successful on this platform, which is available for all of my close ones. But the basic purpose of this channel to give you guys the information, the issues, the problems of my country, not just means within the country, or even mean people who are watching me in the globe. And there are about 200 countries in the globe, in the world, and almost in every country, Pakistanis are living. So they are more curious about this country, and many, many people are there who are having their families over there, their kids are there, and uh, means many of their kids, they are unaware about the local languages, so they need, somebody must be informing them the right condition, the right situation, the right issues, the right obstacles what my motherland is facing. So they want to know that. So this is my effort. I mean, I have mentioned many times that people are saying to me to be having the channel with in any locale language, but I have never thought about it. I just want to interact my global friends. They might be from Pakistan, might be from some other countries too. Uh, I think this is the need of power. So uh, I am really grateful to all of you guys who are standing by me in all the situation, in all of my videos, which are around about 400, inshallah, will be increasing in near future. I definitely want to work more, but unfortunately, due to some certain reasons, I am unable to be live more. I am unable to make videos more, but definitely I want to. I want to, and inshallah, very soon I am going to make many more videos, informative videos, the global videos. Uh, I want to move to the outside of the country too, and within the country too, in a different way, inshallah, and in an international language. So, very first of all, the people who are with me, I want to thank Fatma, I think is there. Thanks for joining me, Fatma. Other people are with me who are not. Please, very first of all, tell me, anybody who is listening me so that I should start, I should come on my topic. My voice is clear to you guys and my video too, please tell me. Then I would be starting what I want to talk today. Very first of all, anybody could guide me that video and audio of my video and audio are clear, or is there some sort of trouble if you guys are facing? So please let me know. I mean, especially please, because the reversal from video I am receiving, but unfortunately I'm not having in reverse my voice. I'm unaware my voice is going towards you guys in an appropriate way, or is there some sort of yes, Kinza is there. Kinza, thank you very much. Kinza informed me that my voice is clear. Kinza is there. Fatima is there. And three watchers are there. Who is the third one? So please, the third one, if you could send me a message, so please tell me who is with me. So guys, today the topic is very important, and I have, and very first of all, I tell you that today I am going to talk on a topic that is very important. You might have observed the thumbnail, and I decided today that I have to go on this topic. It's very important, you might have seen poverty I want to talk about. It's very important. Many people are talking in our country, many scholars, many politicians, many people, thinkers, they are discussing, thinking, speaking, but unfortunately, we people are unable to find out any remedy. I'm not saying that I am going to give you the remedy, but I would try, because guys, whenever I am going to speak up on any topic, so my privilege or my preference always been there that I must be trying to give some sort of remedy in the end. It's not just be sitting, talking, and going back. So I don't consider that it is going to be privilegeable for anybody, for me, for you guys, or the people who are going to watch it a little later. So I think everybody is much more preoccupied and everybody is busy in different things. So I think whatever we guys are doing, that must be fruitful, fructiferious for everyone. And by the end of this speech, at least we must be trying to find out some remedy. Then I be considering that I am spending my time in an appropriate way and I'm not killing the time. So poverty, been problem in our country since the beginning of this country, since the independence of this country, and unfortunately the things increased. Mean, if we are talking about the poverty, it was where it was. Mean, either this was happening or this should have been happening wherever the poverty was there. So that should mean restrain. That should be within that limits, whatever the number, whatever the position was there, that should stop. But unfortunately, this didn't happen, and this kept on increasing with passage of time. And obviously, that is going to be alarming for my country, for my homeland, for my motherland too. Here, the responsibility of the government, here the responsibility of the thinkers, here the responsibility of the columnists, here the responsibility of the speaker increases more, that we at least must be thinking all the time. That if, for example, if people are having any problem, so we must be trying to find out some sort of remedy. But unfortunately, once that we people are doing nothing regarding this. Second, if we people are doing that, mean if we people are focusing, if we people are focusing a bit more, so then definitely we are unable to find out the solution for that. So what is the reason behind this? That even many countries who got independence even much more later than us. I want to give the example of Bangla. You know that this was separated from Pakistan before around 45 to 50 years. Okay, so now their GDP, their economic condition is a bit more better than Pakistan. And like we people are listening all the time that we people are very near to be defaulting. But you might never have listened it about any other country. What is the reason? Which have been the things behind that? So who is going to be liable for this? Here I tell you that situation, the condition is going to be much more bitter. Why? Because one hand that we people are having a big number of people who are below the poverty line, mean they are not poor even below the poverty. And there are many kinds, before we used to be talking that there are three shapes, or you can say, you can divide the society into three parts, like the lower class, like the middle, like the upper one. Now I tell you that you cannot imagine it, that how many branches are there, how many shapes could be converted in. This is going to be the biggest unfortunate for my country, that even you don't know that a person who might be having some lavish lifestyle in front of you, so what is happening inside, so nobody is aware. If you, for example, if you are observing someone, okay, a person is poor, but you are not aware that whether that person is eating or not. Is there anything for that person for eating or not? And the very important thing, the middle class, which is going to be in danger more, and they people even cannot raise their hue and cry. I tell you that the people who are belonging to the lowest class, they might be raising some sort of hue and cry. They might be screaming, they might be crying, they might be raising their voice in front of society, government, bureaucracy, in front of everyone. But there is a class which is called middle one. They people even cannot raise their voice. They cannot raise their voice. People are considering, okay, they people are a bit in good position because they are the people who are hiding the things, who are just not coming in front if their people are going to face some sort of trouble. What is the reason? Because this is the community, this is the class. They consider that if the people are going to share something or share some sort of issues what the people might be facing, so what the people would be thinking for them, mean just what we call the white collar. Okay, so that class is in more danger, what I consider. And even the upper class, I tell you, can never be in a danger. Even the lower class, even the lower class is or cannot be in danger. How? Why? Because the lower class can raise their voice. They, whenever the people are facing some trouble, they people are facing some problems, so they move to sometime towards the middle class or sometimes toward the upper class. So they are going to demand what the people need, and obviously, their people are going to have remedy. Here, the problem comes for the middle one, and upper class might not be having some problem. They might be in effects for some their what the people are having their lavish lifestyle, so they might be having some sort of problem that the people might be facing some troubles. They might not be having some sort of some lavish thing. For example, they might be having 2 vehicles or 3 vehicles or 4 vehicles, so it might be possible they can't afford the fifth one. This could be happening, nothing more. Okay, they might be visiting to the foreign countries, so they might not be able to. Okay, so the lower class, already were depending on some others, the people who have. So where the people who belonging to the middle class should go? Is there any sort of remedy for them? Unfortunately, no. This is going to be the unfortunate that the people who are in middle class, they are not having. I definitely, it's not my direct topic, but I definitely want to discuss something more, but I just want to make up your mind that what really I want to talk about in my today's vlog. So now the issues are very, in a critical position. Inflation is in its peak. So before that, I want to say some thanks for the people who have joined. So definitely, Arib is there. Arib, how are you? Arib is from Saudi Arabia, and nowadays she's in Pakistan. So welcome to Pakistan, Azra. Azra is in behind of Arib kitchen and vlogs, and here I would request to all you guys to follow her channel too. She is having very nice vlogs and very close to me she is, and all the time we people keep in contact even from the other countries. So this is really kindness of her that she is spending time with me on my channel. So the Kinza is there, and Fatma is there, and there are a few other people. They keep on coming and going. So welcome to all, even though who are joining me hiddenly. They are not coming in front, and people who might be watching me later on my channel. So I am also thankful to them that may you guys live long. And today I definitely want Arib from you too, that you guys must be participating the speech what I am having for today, because it's very important topic and it is concerning with everyone. And like I told before, regardless the class you people belong to. Now I consider in Pakistan, if we people are going to discuss that, there is no class now. When your class is going to be shifted, upper to middle, middle to lower, lower to middle, middle to upper, so nobody can say anything. Anything could occur at any time. So this is alarming situation as well. I tell you that we need to be caring for. So, Arib, you should also share something because you're from Saudi Arabia. What is the condition over there, economic condition of your country? So here I want to share one more thing. Uh, one thing I agree that the condition, I was listening the Prime Minister of UK, and very interesting thing, I tell you that in 5 to 6 months, there have been three prime ministers. Three prime ministers have been changed out in United Kingdom, just for the sake of that they people are unable to, they people were unable to rise the economy of the country, so they changed. But here my question is, and I definitely want to ask this question from all of you who might be answering me now or later whenever you people are going to listen my speech. So just answer me once that when any person is unable to run the country, now I am coming on my topic, what I wanted to talk today, and I tell you that today I am going to talk about very openly and very bluntly whatever the consequences I am supposed to face. But I would be saying, because I tell you that this has been order of Almighty, that raise your voice against a wrong thing. If you are not, so then you are definitely part of that wrong thing. And if you're raising your voice against that, then definitely Almighty supports you, Almighty is with you. That if the economy of United Kingdom, if it is not stabilized, so the prime ministers could be, prime ministers, I tell you, prime ministers could be changed out. So what is wrong in my country that if anybody is unable to, and saying all the time, okay, that we people have been definitely this has been the progress, or this has been all whatever we people are having the consequences today. So this is all because of the previous government. So I want to ask from them too, that this is the, like, this is the interpretation, this is the slogan, this is the saying we people have been listening for long time, that whenever the government was changed, whenever the new government came into the power, whenever the previous government gone, newly in, so they are raising the same UN card. They are having the same point of view. Just mean, okay, for example, if I am going to give you a little bit example from 1988, okay, like, in 1988, there was government of People's Party of Benazir Bhutto, which was sacked in 1990, and Mr. Nawaz Sharif, PMLN, he came into power. So he said that, okay, just in last 23 months, government was there. So he used to say that, okay, I mean, 3 year of Pakistan has been ended, finished, and corrupted, looted, malpractices were there. So we can do nothing. Okay. So, after that, interesting thing, in 1993, Benazir Bhutto, the People's Party, Trans People's Party, which is run by Mr. Bilawal and Zardari, obviously the son of Benazir Bhutto, that she said that she said that all of the lootings made by the PMLN and Trayer is no more. We people are just corrupted, and we people are not having our basic expenditures. So it's going to be very difficult for us to manage the country, to run out the country. So, in 1996, her government was sacked again. I tell you very interesting things. Maybe some of you guys are unaware about those things. And I've witnessed these things. So, in 1996, PMLN, Mr. Nawaz Sharif came again into the power. And in 1999, his government was sacked by the Pervez Musharraf, dictator. In 2002, means a democratic government came into power. PMLQ, Mr. Jamali was the prime minister. These Chaudhurys were in this, I mean, uh, in high positions. Pervez Ilahi was the chief minister from 2002 till 7. So then again, Bibi was murdered, Benazir Bhutto was murdered, she came into power again. Then Mr. Nawaz Sharif, then Imran Khan. In all of the regimes, in all of the governments, that whichever the government had left and new government was in, so just they people had gone for blame game. They just blamed to one another, that they said that, okay, the last one is responsible. So when the last one came into power again, so he said, last one is, it was the fault of a last one person. So really I am not understanding. And same thing is happening now. I mean, there has been no change in the mentality. There has been no change in our thinking. There has been no change in the realities. I mean, at least we people must be facing the realities what we people are having. Whosoever is faulty must be accepting. I mean, they should be having this moral courage that they should come in front of people of Pakistan, and they must accept it that, okay, it's going to be fault of mine and my party, because just because of this, we people were unable to manage the country in a proper way. So we people are liable for all this situation. But I tell you that from last about 30 years, what I've been witnessing from 33 years, no one is having this moral courage or moral value that the people are going to accept this fact. Which is going to be the biggest unfortunate with my homeland, with my motherland, with my country. Nobody is there to accept that, okay, if it's been looted out, so who is responsible? Me, he, she, whosoever. No one. So very first of all, here I have to accept it. And if you guys are agreed with, so please second me that we people are morally corrupt. We don't have the courage to face the reality. We don't have the courage to face the facts. We don't have the courage to face the consequences. We don't have the courage while we people are going to be committing some crime, and after that we must be accepting, okay, that this was my fault. This was my sin. That is going to be the biggest unfortunate with my country. I mean, the people who have been, for years and years, the people have been in the power, but they don't have the courage to accept this fact that they have looted the country in a bitter way. Today, we people are on this position that the ministers, the government officials, they people are saying that we people are near to be default. Who is responsible? All the governments are having just blame game. And what to talk about the justice system in our country, unfortunately, if anybody is going to be examined that, okay, who is responsible for this corruption and these malpractices and these negative things? So while the institutions like NAB, they are going to examine, after this, they people are going to examine in such a way that while they people are going to complete that examination, so you know what is going to happen? They people are going to be innocent more, people who might have committed many of the sins or crimes. This is our justice system. There is no doubt, Hazrat Ali says, without justice, your society can never be flourished. With infidels, with non-believers, with pagans, the societies could be flourished, but not with injustice. And we people are willing to run our society. We people are willing to focus on our society. We people are willing to be remaining in a society where, unfortunately, injustice is full of. That is unfair. Everyone who is sitting in a position must be accepting privately that nothing is possible in our country. Justice has not been there in our country. Why? that we people are not having the moral courage. We are just been, I was listening, very first of all, Liz Truss, she joined. Boris Johnson left the government and given opportunity to the Liz Truss. So she remained only for 45 days Prime Minister of UK, United Kingdom, which is governing the globe. How? It's not the way like we people are running our nations, that in this way we people are going to run. Even our own country, what to talk about the globe. But if they people are, how? While they people observe, a person cannot handle the economic condition of Pakistan, so a person left. New person came in. Liz Truss remained Prime Minister of United Kingdom only for 45 days. She said, okay, I cannot handle the economical condition of UK, so I'm going to leave. Now, the Rishi Sunak is the Prime Minister. And basically he's from India. But just on the behalf of his integrity, his honesty, his competence, his well-being, justice liking, he's been designated as the Prime Minister of United Kingdom. Here, a person who comes never goes for the years. So, sorry, in this way, the countries could not be running. If you consider that the country is going to be running, so it will be same like it is now. Can anybody tell me that in such condition, in such inflation, which has been prevailing in our country, anybody could survive? I really am shocked when I'm going to observe like the expenditures of education, expenditures of your food, expenditures of your dressing, expenditures of your traveling are increased on an extent how it could be covered. Can anybody tell me? And can anybody tell me, anyone bureaucrat, anyone diplomat, anyone from government or any superior position, are they having any problem? Are they facing some trouble? Like, for example, if the people were enjoying 100% lavish life, which must be running, but there might be some, descent of 10%, 5 to 10%, which is not what I don't consider is going to be. But it might be, okay, give the margin for 20%, 50%. 50% still they people are leading their lavish life. And what is happening with the common people? Even majority of the people, they are unaware that their children are going to eat or not. Just keep it in your mind. And I tell you that if the same situation continues, then definitely there is an Almighty. We people are Muslims and we people are having very strong belief on Allah. Then Almighty definitely involves itself. When Almighty is going to involve itself, so I tell my superiors, then nobody will remain, nobody will be left facing the consequences. Even the people who are not raising their voice and facing the situation, they might have to, they are already. But definitely, the people who consider that nobody is going to ask them, so sorry, it won't be happening. Because the superpower is Almighty. The super sovereign is Almighty. Super sovereign is observing everything which has been happening with the common people, with the creation of that Almighty. That these powerful people are definitely sent by the God. God says this, that, okay, I've been designated you guys for my creations, you people need to be caring for them. So when Almighty is giving you that power, because this is the one of fact that who is sovereign, the government, and who is super sovereign, Almighty, Allah. So the big leader, the big president, prime minister, whatever, that is Almighty. Because now we don't have any other word. We cannot blame anyone. Here the rules, the rules are there that you cannot blame any person. Any person who is going to blame any politician or any person, so must be dealt high-handedly. They people are supposed to face a consequence, what many people are facing too. So the thing is, if you can stop anyone, any powerful person is going to stop any person from saying something against of him or her, how you are going to stop Almighty? Then Almighty will create a person who must be facing you guys. This is the weakest condition I know. But whatever is possible for us, for me at least, I would keep on. I used to say this in all of my vlogs, that those are in front of you, that at least I would be raising my voice against malpractices, against corruption, against bad things, against negativity. Anybody is going to listen it or not, I don't know. But I would keep on. Whatever the capacity I am having. Wherever my message could reach out, I would be sharing these messages. Poverty is much more. And just in some ending point I want to request everyone who are watching me now, who are going to watch me later. Nobody is there to support you out. Nobody is there to help you out. Nobody is there to listen to you. Nobody is going to give you remedy of any of your trouble, obstacle, or any hurdle. This is you. This is me. That we people are supposed to support one another. I am supposed to support other ones. You people are supposed to support me. I am supposed to support the third person. The third is supposed to be supporting me. Just in a trika, in a circle, we people should be supporting one another. These governments are going to do nothing for any common person, for the poor person. I tell you, because this has been in experiences for long time. Now, how this is going to be possible? That the people are going to? Sorry, nothing is going to occur. So then, we people are the creators. Huh? We people are here, human beings. So what should we do? That just means we should do, we should leave them, the poor should be left with disparity. So I tell you here also that if we people are going to do nothing for them, then we must be keeping the incident of Nuh alayhi salam in our mind. This has been just blessing of Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that we people are not facing consequences. I tell you, this is one of the reasons that if today we people are not getting out consequences from Almighty, this is only because of Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Peace be upon him. Otherwise, our condition is too bad. We people are that much corrupted, which cannot be defined even. Now we people commit corruption by considering the right way. We people think that we are doing nothing is being done by me, any wrong step is not being taken by me. If I'm committing some sort of corruption, I consider that is my right. I have got this compulsion, that compulsion. Okay, if I'm going to do this wrong thing, so this is allowed to me. How this comes possible? Almighty is not informing us in Holy Book of Quran. We are not reciting, just all the time we are reciting the Holy Book, just for getting some virtues. Definitely there are some virtues, but we are not getting the major point from the Holy Book. This is one of the other biggest fault in our personalities. We people are believer of Almighty. We people are believer of Muhammad, peace be upon him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We people are called Muslims, but we people are not following the book which has been bestowed to us, where the rules have been mentioned. We people are not following the way of caliphs. We people are not following the way of Ahl Bayt, of the family of Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, who showed a lot to us how we have to lead our life. But unfortunately, we people are not going towards that. Whose fault is this? This is my fault. This is your fault. This is third person's fault. This is fourth person's fault. This is the fault of everyone, what we people are doing today. And I tell you that if any poor person is left hopelessly without the support, so you are going to be responsible. I am going to be responsible. If I am raising my voice, this is part of, but I need to be doing things practically. Many people are living who are not even eating or the food of even 3 times. No time they people are having the food. So just in the end, I would request the people who are watching me now and people who are watching me, who are going to watch me later, for God's sake, for God's sake, we must be keeping an eye on the poor. We have to eradicate poverty by ourselves. No government official will come. This is unfortunate. I really, from the core of my heart, I really am despair. But I don't want to, but I can do nothing. Which is the fact what I've been observing from last 20, 25 years. So for God's sake, you, me, every one of us must be caring for poor. If we people are going to be caring for the poor, I bet, I'm 100% sure that definitely we are going to have very good consequences from Almighty, and our country will be flourished too. And in the end, one more point I want to give, that now the election, everywhere we are listening. So for God's sake, choose the people. Not to say that we are not going to be the part of elections. No, you have to be. Everyone has to be. But please choose the people who deserve, who are sincere with the nation. Find out. Go for a depth studies for the candidates what you people are having in your constituency. Never to say that we are not going to be participating. Please participate. That might bring a little bit change in your society, in your country. Thanks a lot. Long live Pakistan.